Welcome everyone to this very special Sunday evening vlog. It's 10:12 in the evening. We just got back about 12 minutes, 10 minutes ago from being at the Stanislaus County State Fair, the Stanislaus County Fair. And you can see it's been a fair week as far as my family goes. You see, my family, actually my older sister, already in the past week has gone to the State Fair in Sacramento, as well as to Raging Waters there. The second time she went, my 9-year-old nephew stayed with us because he didn't want to go a second time and walk all around there. But he didn't know that a portion, sort of, I guess you could say, his in-law cousins, if you will, had decided to change their mind and go to Raging Waters, while my older sister and my brother-in-law would go to the State Fair. And she wasn't happy about that. But anyway, we went to the county fair today, and let's just say it was okay. It was fun. Got some good pictures and stuff. But let's just put it this way. You know, you could take out $60 or $80 or $100 and it'll be gone within a few hours, if not an hour, if you're not careful. Believe me, I know from experience. I did that one year. I had some money out and spent more than I was supposed to, but hey, that was my decision. Anyway, we went to the county fair, the Stanislaus County Fair in Turtle Rock, and we had a good time. Had some, walked around, the kids rode on some rides, went into the 4-H areas and saw some animals, pigs, rabbits. Probably the biggest rabbit you're going to see, probably the biggest cow you're going to see. Llamas, sheep, lambs, you name it. We saw them, chickens, ducks, whatever. We saw them all. We went to exhibits and stuff. Costco had a kind of an exhibit where a lot of people were in there just to get out of the heat. It was basically an indoors booth thing that like what you would see at something like, say, the Apricot Fiesta. People have the tents up and all that, and they're like, "Hey, check this out," blah blah blah. That's basically what it was. We went into another thing called Wizards, and it was Wizards Challenge or something like that. Basically, it was in the place of another exhibit that was there the year before, and that was with lizards and stuff like that. And instead, here we had wizards, and the kids got to, get these big old things like, like with kind of like the blow bubble things where they just pop them up like this. They got to do that. They saw stuff. It was, they had a good time, and they also got to do a little pottery. They got to make their own little pots for plants and all that. Thanks, courtesy of Lowe's. Lowe's had a playhouse there, and we saw a cowgirl show. She was very funny, entertaining, and especially for her age, about 58, I think. But she was fun. Showed some cowgirl tricks. Had some volunteers up there, and overall it was a good time was had by all. Except there were occasions where some of the kids would get a little upset, and we can't totally blame the kids' attitude on just them. It's also because it was hot. You walk around there and you get hot without eating something or getting something to drink, and you probably feel crappy too. And some of the adults were. So anyway, we just had a good time, checked out everything as best we could. Kids got to go on the little rides and stuff, and that was about it. And then my second older sister and her husband, they left with my 5 to 6-year-old nephew. They left about an hour or so before we did. Because they had to get home. She has to get up early tomorrow because my mom has to go over there to Modesto and pick her up and take care of some stuff. So we ended up staying about an extra hour or two. And the reason I say that is because one, we were sitting in the concert area because basically it's a free variety stage, and they have all sorts of different acts and groups throughout the time the Stanislaus County Fair is going. And the biggest names they had so far were Tower Power, Huey Lewis and the News, and I think Weird Al Yankovic, and that was it. So, yeah, and they had some Mexican band tonight. I can't think of the name right now, but obviously my brother-in-law heard them. So we sat there eating. My great-nephew fell asleep on the bench, put his head on his tiger that my nephew, his uncle, had won for him. But then again, like I said, the heat started to get to everybody, especially the kids, and they were getting crabby. And just when we think, okay, we're out of tickets, we're done, you know, we're going to relax a little bit, then we're going to head out to the van, my 9-year-old nephew starts getting upset, starts crying, and so my older sister and my mom say, okay, you know what, it's only right that he gets to ride some of the rides that he didn't get to ride while everybody else was here. So basically what happened is that here's my brother-in-law and my niece, my almost 21-year-old niece. Here they are along with my great-nephew just walking out, right? We're just walking out thinking we're heading home, right? And what happens is my older sister tries to call out to them. Obviously they're already out the gate. So I go and tell them, so I go out the gate to tell them, hey look, this is what's going on. I basically had to look around the parking lot for the van. And finally I saw it driving around, and I finally just ran up to it and went in. And I told them, and let's just say for a while that there were some unhappy campers about the decision that my older sister had made to allow my nephew, my 9-year-old nephew, to ride the rides he wanted to do before we left. And well, let's just say he got to do it, and even though, and basically, yeah, there were not some happy campers because we had to wait. But I was like, okay, you know, it's her decision, whatever. I stayed out of it basically, but yeah, there were just some happy. They weren't happy for a while, but they were not happy with that decision, but that didn't last and all that. So yeah, it was a good day, you know, but the heat, you know, and everything gets to you, and especially when you have a 4-year-old nephew, 4-year-old child who is unpredictable in his behavior. Let's just put it that way. It's not easy sometimes, but overall, very few negatives, a lot of positive out of today. So that's the way I look at it. And me and my mom, like I said, got home just about 20 minutes ago, and we got McDonald's on the way. My nephew, my 9-year-old nephew, left his stuff here. We're going to bring it to him tomorrow, or at least he's going to get it tomorrow. And that's about it. You know, really not really much going on besides that. You know, we had my other nephew, my 5 to 6-year-old nephew, throughout the week. He went to his great-grandma's in Hayward for the first time. Then we took him back about a day or so later. And then my other nephew, and then what happens is we take him back home, we stay for dinner, and then we get a call from my older sister, hey, can you watch this guy? Because he doesn't want to go to the state fair on Friday. So we take him, so we go from my second older sister to my older sister's, get my nephew, and he was with us since Friday, and now he's back home. So basically that's what's been going on, and that's really about it. And then this upcoming week is my birthday week. Actually, me and my uncle's on the same day as mine. And then 6 days after mine, which is the 25th, is my brother-in-law's, my second older sister's husband's, on the 31st, or at least towards the end of the month. So it is my week. I'm going to be turning 34. Right now the plan is to at least go see Man of Steel, maybe the Wolverine, we're not sure yet, and then go to my second older sister's and have a little get together there. So yeah, that's really about it. So that's all that's been going on and will be going on. And that's it for this special Sunday evening vlog. Today, July 21st, 2013. And I'll talk to you all later.